Islam Makhachev is cooked. I know a bunch of y'all Dagestanian fans say, oh, Islam Makhachev is the best fighter of all time. But with the rumors leaking saying that he is going to fight Ian Garry, it's not giving me too much hopes at Islam Makhachev at 170. Let's light up this little spliffy spliff and let's get to yapping about this. Honestly, bro, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe too. Now let's get to it. Islam Makhachev at 170. I know a bunch of y'all say that, you know, he's big for his weight. He actually is perfect for 170, and I agree with that for sure. I think Islam Makhachev is fit for 170. I think that's a perfect weight class he should be in. But we are hearing rumors that he's gonna fight Ian Garry next. And Ian Garry, like I say, he's skillful, good, lengthy fighter, and he's okay with his grappling. Ian Garry is not a sleeper. He was toe-to-toe with Shavkat Rakhmonov and toe-to-toe with Carlos Prates, arguably one of the most dangerous strikers right now in Carlos Prates. And Ian Garry made it all look like a piece of cake, except for Shavkat, because we give him a pass on Shavkat just because we know how good Shavkat is. But Ian Garry, that punch. Islam Makhachev's last win, which was JDM, it was impressive because we all thought that JDM was too big for him. The boxing was going to be difficult for Islam Makhachev, but we seen what Islam Makhachev did to break JDM, which was take him down and just gas him out on the ground, and JDM had no answers to that. Fighting a fighter like Ian Garry is more technical and has more IQ when it comes to the feet, and he knows when to up engages with the grappling. We seen what he did against Belal Muhammad. A bunch of y'all is gonna be saying Islam Makhachev and Belal Muhammad are two completely different fighters, but we're not gonna sleep on Belal Muhammad's grappling. In the beginning of his time, when Belal Muhammad was on a win streak, he was dominating everybody on the ground, and nobody had answers to that. So there's no excuse into saying Belal Muhammad is not like that. I don't want to hear any of that in my comments, because Belal Muhammad is like that when it comes to the grappling, and Ian Garry showed that Belal Muhammad couldn't take him down, because it shows how good of a fighter Ian Garry is with his IQ. And this goes to show that this fight with him and Islam Makhachev is going to be very complicating for Islam Makhachev to figure out Ian Garry. I know Islam Makhachev's game plan for this most likely is going to be to grapple, because I feel like if they exchange on the feet, he's going to have a very hard time with a lengthy fighter like that, because Islam Makhachev never fought anyone as big as Ian Garry ever in his career, not even the same height equivalent to that. So Ian Garry, I feel like, is going to put so much trouble into Islam Makhachev. I know betting against Islam Makhachev is obviously very risky, but honestly, with this fight right here, bro, I am definitely not gonna sleep on Ian Garry at all, bro. I think Ian Garry actually has the tools to beat someone like Islam Makhachev. We're gonna get into the post that Ian Garry been saying, rumoring to this fight, and I feel like this fight might be next. I honestly thought it was gonna be Kamaru Usman, you know, give Islam Makhachev a little layup to get a first title defense at 170, but it's seeming like they might not do that. They actually might put Islam Makhachev in big trouble in this first title defense, and I respect that. I think that if Islam Makhachev gets away from Ian Garry, that shows a lot of good potential in Islam Makhachev, and I 100% would not see any way that Ilia Topuria could beat him at 170. Ian Garry been posting himself in training camp, going to Georgia to train with Merab and his team, to try to get a hold of the style of Islam Makhachev holds. And I think that's very smart, because we've seen the only fighter to be able to break down the Dagestan style was Merab Dvalishvili. Merab, beautiful cardio, beautiful wrestling, stuffed down them takedowns from Umar, and then fatigued them, got him tired in the rounds, and he broke him down. And I feel like that's the game plan that Ian Garry is gonna have to go with. This is keep it on the feet, stay lengthy, get Islam tired, which I feel like Islam would have more of a chance of getting Ian Garry tired just because of the pressure that he might bring and the grappling, you know. And I want to see how the clinch game works for Ian Garry in there with Islam Makhachev, because Islam Makhachev likes going into the clinch a lot. He finds himself very successful in the clinch a lot with the steep trips. So this is what's gonna make this interesting, is that too, after this fight, they're gonna book Islam Makhachev, the winner of Michael Morales and Carlos Prates. I think Kamaru Usman needs at least 2 more wins for him to be in conversations to fight for the title, because if they give Islam Kamaru Usman, there's no respect into that. Nobody really will want to see it, but obviously people are still going to tune into it. But like, it's just undeserved title shot that we do not need for this Paramount deal. There's already been a few undeserved title shots as of lately, so I don't want them to do nothing like that. I think 170 is at a beautiful place where it's at. Good contenders. We don't need to ruin undeserved title shots at 170. I think that's the weight class where we don't need to see undeserved title shots at all. I think everybody in there is very exciting fighters. Now with Ian Garry, like I said, he's in training camp, training with Merab, which makes it dangerous. I think Islam Makhachev should be very scared of that, because Ian Garry, he catches on quick. That's the thing about him. He's very smart. I think if he trains with Merab, he's going to be able to catch on to the style pretty quick. I think Ian Garry, like I said, bro, he's very IQ fighter. It's not like he's going to go in there and try to freestyle the fight and try to do whatever he wants to do. I think he will actually listen to his corners and do what his corners actually say. Most of his fights come in success because he comes with a good prepared game plan. When he fought MVP, nobody really wanted to fight MVP. MVP was really a boogeyman in the division, very hard to figure out. And you see in what Ian Garry did. He mixed in the grappling, he mixed in a little bit of the striking, had MVP worried about stuff, you know? And I feel like this is what he should do going into this fight, because he has the moral, he has the length, like I said, he's tall and he's heavy. So he has everything he needs to do to beat Islam Makhachev in this fight. I know a bunch of y'all Dagestani fans are gonna want to disagree with me on this. It hurts, the truth hurts, but I think Ian Garry has the tools to be the first, not the first, but like an Ireland fighter to actually beat a Russian, a Dagestani. And then we're gonna have Conor McGregor going this whole rant, Ireland baby, this and that. But yeah, bro, honestly, bro, yeah, give me this fight is gonna be a very good fight, a very good IQ fight. And then we're gonna see good scraps at 170. And it's very good to see that they're not messing up matchmaking with this. It's rumored fight, so I'm pretty sure that this fight should happen. I hope that they don't tease us with nothing and they actually make it happen. Will it take place at the White House card? No, I don't think so. Wouldn't make sense for them to do that. But I think they might do it for UFC 220, 27 or 226. Maybe those UFCs. And we're gonna see what happens with that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this fight. I'm very happy for it. I want to see what comment down what y'all think about this fight, and let me know if you're excited for this fight or if you think it's gonna happen, or in what UFC card will it happen. I love y'all, man. Stay tuned and peace.